Welcome to Beginning Violin Lesson 1. The first thing we need to learn is how our instrument works. What produces the noise is this bow. When you take your bow out of your case, it should be loose. This knob here tightens and loosens the hairs of the bow. Every time you're done practicing, you need to make sure that it's loose because you don't want to do any damage to your bow. So since we are going to practice, we're going to tighten it. Remember, right is tight, left is loose. How do we know how tight we need to make it? When you can fit your finger through, here is one indication. The other is when you flip it upside down, when you push down on it, it doesn't touch the wood part. All right, if it's touching the wood part, then it's probably a little too loose and you might want to tighten it just a little bit. The next thing you need to do is put on your shoulder rest. All scholars must have a shoulder rest. You see how it slopes? The lower slope needs to be placed onto your shoulder. It's not the other way around. It'll feel very uncomfortable onto your shoulder. So this should just snap right into place. If it doesn't fit, most of these are adjustable. And if you don't have one, you can get one at a local music store, or if you need more information, you can email me at rocano@topamail.com. All right, so you see there. Now this is supposed to rest right on your shoulder. In theory, you should be able to hold it up with just your chin and your shoulder. I wouldn't suggest you do that because it may fall, and this is a fragile instrument. But your violin must be parallel to the ground. All right, the way you hold it out in front of you like this. Flip it upside down, bring it into your shoulder, out to the side. You don't play your violin down, you don't play it out, you don't play it right here in front of you. It's out to the side as you're sitting up straight in your seat. All right, you lean your chin in a little bit. Okay, your fingers must be curved and your wrist must be straight or a little bit out. It's never like this because if you develop this habit, it's going to be very hard for you to play at different positions. So your thumb goes under or to the side. Here, as you can see, under or to the side is not up here. Down here. This helps make sure that your fingers are in the correct position. You will have tapes on your violin that will help you know where your notes are. So you see my wrist, how it is, straight or a little bit curved that way. Never this way. If I see you playing this way, I will have to correct you. All right? In class, we've learned what our note names are for each string. We start with the lowest note, G. The next note, D, the next note, A, and finally the highest note open is E. How do we remember that? Well, here's an easy way to remember it. Good days are easy. Try that with me a couple of times. Good days are easy. Again, good days are easy. I suggest that you pause this video at any time if you need to review any part if you're not catching on. Practice that a lot. Now, in our book, it teaches us to do pizzicato, which means plucking. We're not going to do a whole lot of plucking because I want you to learn quickly and learn how to use your bow right away, right at the get-go of our class. Remember, our hand is out, fingers here. So you see our little tapes here. Excuse me. We have our fingers. This first finger goes to the first tape. Second finger goes to the second, third, and fourth, and so on. Right? We're not going to be learning about the fourth for a while, so don't worry too much about it. We are going to be learning our D note, which is our second note to begin with. So if you look on page number 2, it says, let's play open D. You see that the notes are written in. It's very crucial that you say the note as you play it. It'll help you learn faster and solidify that in your brain. How do we hold our bow? Well, I want you to make this kind of a hand. You make a little bunny. I call it a little bunny. You put your thumb in the middle, these two on the side, and then you have the bunny ears. So the way you hold your bow is you're going to put your thumb here. You see this black thing here? I'll turn it this way. Most of you have this. Your thumb does not go here. It goes right here. All right? Right there. Then your two fingers on the side of it, and then your bunny ears just curve gently nice down into your bow. Okay, this is not a correct bow hold. Neither is this. Neither is this. Neither is this. you must use a correct bow hold. There are different bow holds, but in our class we learn it this way. I like to use the bunny ears. So I'll say bunny ears if I see that you're not holding your bow correctly. And you can do some exercises with that. This helps balance your bow on your violin. All right, let's give it a try. Number 2 says, let's play open D. Open D is this second string here. All right, we're going to bow. You need to make sure that you're bowing parallel to this here, which is called a bridge. Okay, so this is not parallel. You can see here. This is parallel. This is not parallel. And you need to make sure you're playing within here, not where the fretboard is. In other words, you don't play out here. Make sure you stay here. In class, you will be receiving some straws that will help you stay on task in order to play correctly. So here we go. We're going to say it as we play it. Remember, our violin is parallel. It's not here. It's not up here. It's not down here. Parallel to the ground. Look at my wrist. Our hand is up, like holding bunny ears. And we're going to start with the down bow. This means down bow. This means up bow. All right. Let's look at number 2. Let's play it and say it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. D, 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 rest. Try that a few times. You can pause the tape, or the tape, nobody uses tapes. You can pause the video and try that a few times. Number 3 is open A, which is this string. A, A, A. I know when you're first learning, you may be playing 2 strings at the same time. That's okay. You're going to get used to playing just 1. So if you're playing 2 like this, just adjust your hand a little bit so you hear that one sound, that one note. So number 3 is let's play open A. Let's do that one together. 1, 2, ready, go. A, 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 rest. A, A, rest. A, 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 rest. Also, remember when you're playing, you're not going to be doing little tiny bows. That's not correct. It's nice long bows. And don't do it all on one part of your bow or up here. Make sure you use about the middle of your bow. Nice bow pattern. You notice again, my wrist is out, my fingers are here. Number 4, we're going to do both the D and the A. Watch. You can watch me the first time and then we'll play it together the second time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 rest. A, 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 rest. D, D, A, A, D, 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 rest. And I want you to try number 4 with me this time. Make sure you're saying it as you play it. It's going to help you remember the notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 rest. A, 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 rest. D, D, A, A, D, 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 rest. You notice a few times there I played on 2 strings. That's normal when you're first starting out. You just make a quick adjustment by moving your bow either up or down depending on what note you're supposed to be on. Now if you look in your book, I want you to practice number 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and number 8, and number 9. Those all have just those 2 notes, the open D and the open A. So I want you to really get that down and practice, and we're going to be doing that in class. And then lesson 2, we'll be learning our first notes on the D string, which are D, E, F sharp, and G. So I look forward to hearing you and seeing you in class. Get lots of practice in. Make sure you're writing in your practice time at the beginning of your book. It is required for this class. I'll see you guys in class.